Ladies and gentlemen, Wyatt Earp, and last I left off, and I haven't got his hat attached yet. Went ahead and got him attached to the new base, and the original kit comes with just the stump. I added the Malkotian to it, and then I extended the base downwards and added some little diorama work. It makes him a lot more sturdier than just gluing him on the stump. I think the base should be like that. So aftermarket people, you know, a little base for the Wyatt Earp kit. I went in with the epoxy scope, and I didn't. I should have shown it last time, but I didn't. Again, epoxy scope, mixed them. I filled in his seams around his arms and a few other little places. And if you can see it, I added him a mustache. Because Wyatt Earp needs one. This one doesn't, which I assume this kit is based off Mr. O'Brien, is what I assume, but I could be wrong. So, after I got the epoxy scope, I sanded him down, and I went in with a little bit of primer. To my surface primer, and I am not a big fan of expensive primers because I like cheap primers. You're going to sand it anyway. I don't know why you want to spend a lot of money on primer. You know, when you're just going to sand it off. That's just my thinking philosophy on it. But I won that in a raffle, so I've been using it when I have the chance. Also, if you notice, he's in blue, and my original plan was to, I was going to paint him black or dark brown, because a lot of the pictures show him in a dark suit. But if you really get to looking at the picture, if you Google him, it's a blue tint to it. So I'm going to go that, and he has the gray shirt and all that. So what I did is I like to use spray cans, not necessarily for a base coat. I like to use them as a filler. And when I say a filler, I like to, especially enamel, spray it on, fill in any parts if I missed any, you know, any imperfections. It does hide it really well. And then again, I go back over with acrylic. I paint almost everything in acrylic, but I use the enamels spray cans. I do a lot of outside toy renovation, and that's what I use. And I use those for basically a primer on some kits, not all, but I do. Sometimes it works. So I went ahead with the dark navy blue color, and then we're going to go in with the airbrush, dry brushing, and all the above, and we're going to build out the highlights on the clothing. But first, before I do anything, I'm going to block out the colors. And when I say block out, not really worried about his coats and all that. I want to get his shirt gray. I want to get the basic flesh in, get his holsters and gun belt painted, get that all out of the way, because I like to use washes and dry brushing and all that. So that is where I am at on Wyatt Earp. So again, I'm at a boring stage here. This is more of a pre-prep to painting. So anyway, that's just my way of doing it. You know, I know it's probably different from everyone else's, but to me it just makes it easier, makes it work a little bit more, I think, realistic to me. But anyway, that's where I am on Wyatt Earp. And then I got to put his hat back on. See, one thing is, I sanded all his sides here, but I didn't do the top because I'm going to end up, I was going to leave it off, but I'm going to pretty much just glue it on and call it good. So, on a side note, I did have to buy a new phone cover, which I really don't care for it. It was $2 cheaper, and I probably need to find me another one. So used to my old one. But anyway, up next, see the kits. This is for the shed. Those are some garage sale finds, which we will discuss in a shed update, and the new Jaws kit, which I've wanted it to go with the old Adair kit. But anyway, that's another video. And then I'm going to probably do something else. I want to build something out of foam. I want to build a vehicle out of foam, and doing a little prototype right now. So I know it looks like a shoe, but anyway, if I start that if I can get further ahead, and I'll probably do another video on it. I won't interfere it with the Wyatt Earp paint job. So anyway, that's what I got going on today, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting to get ready to paint Wyatt Earp. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.